Hey guys, working on my 2015 Infiniti QX80, and I am going to be upgrading the infotainment system on this. Let's do it. Okay, so the one thing that this vehicle does not have that annoys me is that it does not have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. But there are ways to get that, and there are some options for these kind of setups. This is like a customized entertainment setup, so I can't go with like an aftermarket stereo like this because it has the customizable entertainment and it has all the navigation and information. You can't use these for these kind of infotainment systems. So what are my options? I'm going to be installing something called a merge screen. Okay, basically I'm going to retain all my factory settings, all the stuff that came with the car, and pretty much I'm just going to be getting rid of the old navigation system and integrating the Apple CarPlay system into my factory infotainment system. When I look at this, in all honesty, this screen is pretty good even for its age. The buttons work well, the stuff is easy to read. This screen just works fine the way it is, so I don't feel the need to try and go with the aftermarket vendor. And plus there's a lot of more wiring to do when you're going to swap out this for an aftermarket screen. There's a whole lot of things that connect to this. So with the merge screen, I think it'll just be easier, less work, and I just get to add the Apple CarPlay and still keep all the stuff that I like here. All right, so let's do it. The first thing I need to do is I think I need to pop this out. I think feel like a flathead in here. Okay, and it just pushes down like that. Cool. With a little hook tool, there's a little lock clip right here. I'm gonna pull on it just like that, and do not lose this. This will be important. And I think this pulls up just like that. Pretty simple design, to be honest. Good job. Now I think this whole thing will pop up if I okay, all right, that works. Yeah, this whole thing just comes up like that. Very cool. All right, nothing complicated here. Appreciate that. Simplicity is the way of the game right now. But I may have to put this in like neutral or something to get this to go back. So I'm gonna press the, oh damn, I did not mean to do that. There you go. I'm gonna pop that in neutral like that and pull it out. And I'm gonna turn her sideways. I'll put this back in park. There we go. Back in park. And now I can kind of rest her like that. Alright, I'm gonna turn the car back off. I'm on the driver's side here, and we need to pop this out. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, okay. And I'm just going to, okay, and you pull it forward. Alright, let's go back to the top. And, yep, that's out now. Be gentle. Oh, okay. I think I got it. Interesting. That is weird, the way that feels. Alright, now that's out. So, there's like a crab hook. I think you have to like push it down or pull it up, one or the other, to like get it over top of this hump, and then like hook it down to get this out. Let's do the other side. Yep, pulling it forward. Oh, here we go. Ooh, goodness. And let's pop this out. All right, and then again, I think I'm gonna push up or push down, I think. There you go. And then there we go. And she's coming out like that. Cool. Whew. That's one. And that's two. And I think this all feels like one piece to me. Oh, there we go. And she just pulls out. Now, one thing I did right here is I put a piece of some microfiber towel, because what in the world is this? Huh. What the heck is that? Okay, I'm a little bit lost right now. It looks like I have some kind of aftermarket car kit company box in here. I don't know what it does. But I tried seeing if I could access the Apple CarPlay and stuff. It did not work. So I don't know where that came from. I've never seen this before. But now I'm gonna start unhooking this stuff. We have a plastic tab here. I'm gonna see if I can press these in to give me more free play. There we go. All right, now that that's out, I can start disconnecting this stuff. Most of this stuff is very hard to release it. Oh, okay. I see how it is now. There you go. I see. There's a release button and then a pull. That makes things a lot easier. Yeah, okay. Now this makes sense. Okay, there's that. And this final one. Now, the whole interface comes out. Whew, it is getting hot. Damn. And with this, I'm gonna pop this out. Now, I think you just pull it. Yep. Here and here. And that will give you access to 2 screws or Phillips heads down here. See how much play this has. Oh, I think there's 2 on the bottom as well. Well, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna mess with it because it's interfering with this here. I don't know if I can push them. There we go. There you go. That'll work. Something like that. And then I'm going to take these 2 screws out here and here. And we got 2 here and here. Well, I actually got to remove the screen as well, I think. So, pull this out. And then there's this. Like I say, I don't know what this is for. I tried seeing if there's a way I could use the Apple CarPlay, or try to see if I could find another company that made this kit, but I can't get the Apple CarPlay to turn on, so I'm assuming it does not work or something. I just don't know. And then I'm gonna remove this screw right here as well. And I pulled it out. I have no idea what this is. I don't think it goes to the truck, so I'm just gonna take it out for now. But now I think, yeah, we just pull this forward, down. There you go. These little clips here. Oh boy, damn! This whole thing comes forward, and there is a lot of harnesses attached to this. I think I need to disconnect it because I think there are things that I have to plug in behind this as well. My goodness. Alright, shit. And there are a handful of things that are connected back here. Like this. This. Okay. Okay. That's out. That's out. Let me get back to you guys. I'm gonna pull the rest of these out. There's a lot of them. Now, this piece right here, this one that goes to the top of here, this was a hell of a pain to get out. What I basically recommend doing is kind of push down or push down like around here and kind of like squeeze it between and try to push it. It took a little minute to get it out, but now that's how many connectors we have back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10, maybe even 11, 12. If your DVD player makes noise, like it's kind of like loud, maybe try blowing it with compressed air. I still use my DVD player for my kids, so, but let's keep going. I might try to clean that with some air or vacuum, and just going to shimmy back and forth. Don't want to break anything here. Okay, whew. Oh boy. That's down. Okay, oof, be careful. That's where your pieces are. Don't want to break that. Finally, I've reached the head unit, and there's only 2 clips back here. That's 1. And this is 2. Now we can start to integrate our merge screen. Okay, this is all the wiring that comes with it. Unfortunately, even though I have a QX80, they sent me an instruction manual for a Q70/Q60. I'm gonna assume that things that add up are still gonna be identical. The one thing I see here that I'm not gonna bother with is this like dip switch here. If you look, where is it? Here. I think that these are all these. All my stuff is set to off, I believe, except for the number 8. I'm not gonna touch it yet. I don't know if they designed it like that from factory, because they ask you a lot of questions about the vehicle you have and stuff like that, so we'll wait and see. But now I'm gonna have to go through and find what each of these do. Oh, this is gonna be a little bit more challenging. LVDSN. I'm just gonna try and match this stuff up and see if I can get it to work. Alright, I'm gonna start here. LVDSN. Even though this doesn't say LVDS, it says, or LT. Yes, it does. LVDSN. I guess this connector goes in here, like that. And then I have to figure out what this connects to. It says connect to head unit brown. Alright, connect to the head unit brown. This looks just like this here. So I guess I plug this in right here. That works. LVDS out. Let's do this now. Yeah, so this says LCD, but this one says LVD. It's just how it be sometimes with this stuff. That's in. And it says connect this with the original LVDS cable brown. So this would go into here, right here. Let me see. And this here, and pushes in. That works. I see this must connect back down to the down there. But let's keep going. We got 2 in. We got more to go. Another thing you're gonna figure out is that you don't need a lot of this stuff that comes with it, because it's probably universal. But I think I'm gonna plug this into the power here. like that. And find what this plugs into. Okay, now with the power cord, just act like these things don't exist. You could zip tie it or something, tape it, but there's a separate harness here that you get that I think this plugs into here, and that looks correct because it don't move. Yeah, so it plugs into here like that. I'm gonna undo this loom here. This is a little bit difficult when the instructions don't really help that much, but we have plugs now, and from the looks of things, I'm gonna see if they plug into the the DVD player. Okay, now if you see here, this 2-plug wire here, it's originally snapped into here like this. I pulled it out, so I'm gonna remove this for now, and I think this plug looks like it goes right here. I think this is it. Yep, that connects right there. So now I gotta keep figuring out what goes where. Let me see here. Does this need to connect back here? No. Yes. Okay. This is all just test fitting right now. Very snug fit. So this will go back into our DVD player. I got 2 more harnesses left to figure out what this stuff goes to. If you look here with these main pieces here, it looks like I think this is gonna go in here. Yep, like that. And then this is what's probably gonna connect back to the DVD player. So with this main power outlet, it plugs into this, they only can fit in one place, so that's the only catch-22 there. And then that is that. Okay, let's see what else I need to integrate. Ooh, shit. Alright, we have a little Wi-Fi screw here. I think it goes in here. Don't know if I'll need it or not, but I'm just gonna connect it anyway. Like that. Leave it sticking up or tilt it to the side, one or the other. Now I got a USB, RGN, and a CP USB. Don't know if I'm gonna need them. We'll see. I hate things with sketchy details. It sucks. But now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna pull this out and I'm gonna feed it through here, like up through here. Let's hope I did everything correct here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna leave it like this. I got the LCD in, the LC out, the power. I'm not gonna mess with the mic, media, touch. I got the Wi-Fi in. I'm not gonna touch the card, the CP USB, or the RGB in. Only thing I have left here is basically aux and microphone stuff. But from what I've seen in other videos, or from other things I've done before, you can still use the factory integrated mic. So let's just see how it works. Like that for now, and then Jeez Louise. All right. So much stuff. All right, I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna start feeding all the wires back in here, and we're just gonna test and see if it works the way it is. And if I gotta add more stuff, I'll do that. But let's see how this works. And I think I finally got her to work, you guys. I made one mistake, just one, and I'll show you how to correct it. But for now, you do have to plug this up. It's hot, it's on my thigh. This is how you start up the Apple CarPlay. Basically, you can have wireless Apple CarPlay with this system, but this is the wired part right here where it says USB. This is where the part got interesting at. So if you see here, right, this says LVDS in. No, this is out. All right, so originally I had this brown wire connected to the back of the head unit because the instruction says to connect it to the head unit. It says LVDS in, connect to head unit. I guess what they actually meant was connected to this. So I flipped it. I put the LVDS into here. I'll show you where. And the LVDS out, this is connected to the back of the screen, okay? I'm gonna show you what I did when I take it apart, but for now, we're just testing everything. So I'm gonna press the on button one time, put it on ACC mode. You see here, we are working. All right, and I got my sound.
Usually on sound, like an extra.
Cool. Let's look at our displays here. Everything is still working like normal. I can touch it. Cool. All that good stuff. This took me way longer than I thought it would. But hopefully for you guys it's faster. All right, now for the sound, right? You can flip through your disc, your aux, your, I don't know where to, there you go, and Bluetooth. Okay, those are all the things you can flip through to make this work for you. Now, if you hold the back button, specifically this button here, I'm gonna hold it in. All right, let's try this one more time. I'm gonna hold this back button. There we go. This is what you'll see when you initially turn this on, okay? You're gonna see something that says setup here, and you could change your volume, your ooh, do not know why I just did that. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back to setup. Oh, I pressed the home button. But you can go through your Bluetooth devices. It's the Bluetooth name. Jesus Christ. I'm trying not to actually like touch it. I'm trying to just slide. I turned it off again. And there you go. Alright, so there you see your CarPlay, your Bluetooth, your DVD, your EQ. You can tweak all that stuff, okay? Now, to connect to the CarPlay, the first thing you'll see is a Wi-Fi. It says Wi-Fi AP. That is the wireless Apple CarPlay, right? But there's also this wire you can use here. And if I plug that in, notice this says I'm charging now, and now I automatically connected to the Apple CarPlay. So this is the USB way, if you want to do it this way. I'm going to actually disconnect it. I think I'll still be connected. Okay, it turned it off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my settings. I'm going to turn my Wi-Fi on, and that's it right there, Wi-Fi AP. I'm going to click on it. Based on the instructions, I have the Wi-Fi. I connected to the Wi-Fi. I also need to click on this Joyce Auto, and it did it automatically. Now I'm finally connected. The only weird thing is this is the radio. If you want to hear sound from somewhere, you just can't. You have to click. I'm gonna go back. See how I'm on Bluetooth? Now I'm gonna hold the back button, and it should work now. So the Apple CarPlay works. The only thing is, if you want to hear sound through it, you have to either connect to the USB port, or you have to be still on Bluetooth like you are normally when the system is operating normally. The Apple CarPlay, the merge screen is literally just a display. It will still copy everything that you do, but if you want to hear sound, you have to either be on iPod or you have to be on the Bluetooth settings that you're normally on, and the system is operating normally. That's the only difference I see here. But everything is working now. I'm about to put this stuff back together. I've been doing this all day long. This took me a while to get right. And again, I'm just gonna assume I have no idea what this is. I don't know what it does. I don't think I need it, so I'm not gonna plug it back in. But the weird part is that whatever this connects to, it doesn't connect to anything on the back of the truck. So I don't know if that's factory or not. Yeah, I don't know if that's a factory feature or not, you guys. But all right, I'm gonna show you guys where the LVDS in and out where it's most important at. And once you get that right, everything else I did was correct. And then we're done here. The only thing I'm gonna do here is I may try to find somewhere to fish this. All right, so for what it's worth, everything works now. I just gotta find out where I'm gonna put this stuff, and then I'll get back to you guys. So I'm gonna start taking this stuff back apart so I can fish everything where I need it to be at, and I gotta place this somewhere where it's not gonna hurt anything. All right, so let me show you. LCDN or LVDSN. I'm gonna just show you the wire here. This LCVDS1N wire, it connects to the back of this head unit, and it goes right here specifically. And then the LVDS out connects here. See where this plugs into? Connects to the back of the head unit, which the OEM wire connects right there. So technically, you don't really actually have to disconnect anything from the back screen. You can leave the back screen in without taking it out, and then all you have to do is just pop this wire out from here. Pull this out, pop it out, put the LCVDS out wire in here, and the LVCDS in wire in here, and then everything else is already set up. Just plug everything back into place. Only thing I did not use is this port right here, and everything else just plugs back into where it's supposed to be at. So now I just got to figure out where to put the merge screen at. I got to put it somewhere that's like out the way, but everything that still fits in place. It's a little odd for me right now. All right, I think I found my ideal spot. There's a fuse right here, so I think I'm just gonna lay it right here on the side. It don't look like it's interfering with anything, and it kind of sits right there like a glove. So like, yeah, nothing's in the way. It can lay perfectly flat. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I think I'll do it like that. Let me get my little USB, and then I'll start putting this stuff together. All right, the two screws here and here are in. Now I'm gonna get this in like this. And there you go. Very non-aggressively push that in. I'm gonna 1, 2, and 3, get those in. All right, got the screws in here, 2 screws down here. I have my USB wire fished all the way going down. I have my merge screen right here, and now what I'm gonna do is get this wiring right here. Get this little tray down here and kind of push down, lift this up, kind of push it down like that, and everything's in. That's popped in. The last thing to do is to get this in right here. You don't actually have to undo. You don't have to undo these two. And now it's 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why they have it taped up like that, but 3 goes right here for the blinkers. All right, and now it should go in something like that. And that's it. Cool. And I got a screw here and a screw here. All right, this is in, the bottom tray is in. Now I'm gonna pop the skirts in, the little side pieces. Again, I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to do with this. Maybe I can fish it somewhere along the driver's side here, somewhere kind of in the cut, if I ever want to use this for any reason. It's like having an additional charging cable. Why not use it if you have it, right? So I'll figure it out, but I'm gonna get this side in like this. Yep. And that's it. There you go. Yeah, that's it. All right, I put this side panel back in, and right here is my little cutty spot. So now if I ever want to plug something in, I can plug it right there. It's pretty stealth. It's on my side of the car, so can't nobody see it, just in case I want to use it. Let's get this back on. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna turn the car to the on position again. I'm gonna pick this up. There's a lot of dead space here, and if you guys remember, I had to put this in like neutral to get it to fit. And just gonna lift her up like that, and the little knob here goes right there. Drop her in. This is a little bit, there we go, there we go. Now we're cash. I'm gonna put this back in park like that. This here, little shift knob. Now we're gonna get our little shifter here, and we're gonna place her in there like that. Just like that. And there's a lock clip that I think goes, let me see how, tips facing up like that, and that's that. She's back. So I would just filter through all your different settings, make sure everything works, and it just jumped to the Apple CarPlay. It did it right off the bat. I want to hold the back button. Now I'm back to the home screen. Got my Bluetooth popping here. If I press, it's working there. And this is the final, I guess, synopsis or review of having it. I've had this for a little while now, and I'll explain what I feel about it. As far as the Apple CarPlay thing, everything works fine. Everything does what it's supposed to do. The only thing that can be a little bit janky is right now I'm on the Bluetooth. I'm wireless Apple CarPlay right now. Sometimes it will disconnect just randomly. You can go back into your phone settings, connect to the Wi-Fi. Usually you're already connected to the Wi-Fi, reconnect back to the Bluetooth, and it'll turn back on. If you want a more consistent, you don't want any glitches, any problems at all, I would just use, like I left it here, I would just connect it wiredly, and you'll never have that problem when you do it this way. When I start the vehicle, it automatically jumps into the Apple CarPlay every time, so that's cool. And let's talk about sound real quick. Now, as far as the sound, if you remember, I have this car kit company thing. You guys should not have this in your car. I don't think you will, but mine's had this. It must have been some kind of aftermarket option. And if you see here, this was an adapter that came from the car kit company. As you see, it would plug in here, and it would take up, this would connect to the body of the car, and this would connect to the back of the head unit, something like that. I removed this piece because I didn't need it. It was extra wiring, and I think because this was open-ended, it was giving me a sound issue. Before you put this all the way back together, I want you to go back. I want you to go to your settings, go to your audio right here, and go to your fade. Make sure the fade can go all the way to the back. Make sure you can hear sound all the way in the back, and make sure you can hear sound all the way in the front. I can only hear sound in the front, which basically more than likely has something to do with this, or when you press this Infiniti button right here, right, and I'll go setup here. If you see here, notice that you see volume settings and EQ settings. The merge screen itself is not like a normal doubled in radio with Apple CarPlay. Usually when you go to Apple CarPlay, all the sound, everything works via that way. Not like this on the merge screen. So I think if you want to use the sound from the merge screen, you would have to use this USB aux adapter. The older QX80s, I believe, have an aux adapter somewhere. I have a 2015 that does not have an aux, but if you go through here, there is an aux option. So basically, you will plug this into the merge screen here, and you will run this aux adapter to here if you want to hear sound via through the merge screen. Honestly, it's very unnecessary feature. I would have to basically like drill a hole or something through here and then like plug it in like that. Completely not worth it. I'm gonna explain to you how you can get your sound while still using your Apple CarPlay. Oh, sidebar. So when I didn't have sound in my rear speakers, I just plugged this up. Like I said, this little adapter here, this jack here, there's an audio out from the merge screen. You plug this in here, and I plug this in. You see there's a combination between this adapter or me taking this out that gave me my sound back to my rear speakers. You guys may not run into that problem like I did, but I think because I had that Car Kit Company adapter, I ran into that issue. All right, now let's talk about sound wise here. If you want to still use the Apple CarPlay while still hearing sound, what you're gonna need to do here is go back. You're gonna need to be in your Bluetooth. If you're in Bluetooth, you can be wireless. If you're using the Bluetooth sound, you can be wireless. You can be wired, but you have to go to your Bluetooth first and then come back to your Apple CarPlay for the sound. There's another way you can get sound as well. Now, let's say, hey, I like using my USB, because no matter what, you still want to use the sound system or the sound from the car itself. Let's say I want to use the USB cable. You can use the USB cable for your music and everything, and you would just have to be on Apple CarPlay wirelessly. So if you want to use the USB, be on Apple CarPlay wirelessly. If you want to use the wire connection, be on no, I messed up somewhere. Okay, if you want to be on the wired Apple CarPlay, use the Bluetooth for the sound. That's the only thing that's a little bit weird about the whole merge screen situation, is because most radios, when you put Apple CarPlay, you can literally, as soon as you play music, it will just play. It don't work like that with the merge screen. You still got to use the factory settings for the sound, and this is basically just mirroring whatever your phone is doing. So all in all, I like the product. I think there was another merge screen from a place called like GTA Car Kits. That one might be a little bit easier as far as putting this in, because the instructions are for the QX80. The one thing I got mine from was from merge screens. The information, the customer service was great, but the instructions in the videos that they sent me wasn't even for this truck. So if it wasn't for, like, I guess some background skills, I would have had a very hard time putting this together. But obviously you guys see me do it, so if I can do it, you can do it. Obviously you won't make the same mistakes I made. You could probably actually do this really quickly through this video, versus me, it took me a long time because I had to figure out what's a head unit from. I thought usually a head unit is this. A head unit is what is this big piece down here, and all that other jibber jazz. But other than that, the product works great. I do love it. I like how seamlessly it works. The only thing you have to get used to is that because of this like an older screen design, you just have to kind of hold the screen you have to make sure you press it kind of firmly and move it. But other than that, it all works great. Thanks for watching, you guys. Till next time, out. Bye.